about Jane Barrett. Loaf is here with us to talk about his new album. Good morning.
Good morning.
You would call them cookies, of course, rather than biscuits.
Oh, yes, we call them
different.
cookies. And they get really confused on British Airways when I go back and I go, can I have some crackers? And they bring me cookies.
Yes. Do you have a favorite cookie as such?
No, I don't eat cookies anymore. I used to. Oreos.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, and then they had double Oreos. Oh, my word. Oh, that's, look what happens to me when I have double Oreos.
All right.
We're not talking to you about biscuits.
We'll change the
We're
subject.
talking to you about your album, but,
But we're talking about biscuits now.
We
Nothing
are
wrong
now.
with a nice double Oreo.
All right. If we'd known, we'd have baked you a cake as well.
Well,
We'll talk more about that in a
I'm
moment.
glad you didn't.
First, let's take a last quick look at what's happening where you are. Back in a minute.
Gone up to 44.
Once he starts talking, he doesn't stop. But we'll come back to you in a second.
Yeah, okay, I'll
Okay.
try to be quiet.
Just a second. Having transformed his life from being a nightclub bouncer to an award-winning rock and roll star, Loaf made one of the biggest selling records of all time, called Bat Out of Hell, along the way.
And that's what he was talking
Yes,
about.
he was.
Because it is
44
44 million sales.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can talk now.
Okay, I can
Yeah,
talk.
the new album's called Hell in a Handbasket. You
It
say it's the
is,
most
and
personal album ever.
It is a very personal album because and normally when you see my name in the press, it always says rocker turned actor. But it's the other way around. It's actor turned rocker or singer because my roots are in acting. I started when I was 13. And so all the other albums that I've done up to this point of Hell in the Handbasket have been through the eyes of characters. They've all been other people. The last record was one character named Patrick, who was a soldier. This one was done through my eyes because for the last 5 or 6 years, I kept using the phrase all the time. I would see the news, I would hear something, I'd go, the world has gone to hell in a handbasket. And so we were out on the road touring Henkel Teddy Bear, and I said, I want to start this record. And so we started recording this record while we were on tour. We were recording backstage, we were recording in hotel rooms, we were recording in buses, I was recording in closets. We recorded wherever we could. And this was like an old record.
Okay.
And it's very raw and really good, but it really deals with the truth. It deals with humanity and compassion, which I believe we've lost. Go ahead.
Thank you. Because we need to hear some of it. It's,
Go ahead.
You were on tour in Australia and you performed Stand in the Storm. Here it is. The opening phrase, you were talking about this being about you, this new album. The opening phrase of the album is something along the lines, I can't remember that quote, but sort of, I looked at myself in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah, I took a look at the mirror today and I forgot because I'm jet lagged to death. And but it was a breaking down of barriers. And the whole album speaks to you in metaphors as opposed to hitting you over the head with a sledgehammer, except for one song called Mad, Mad World, which hits you over the head with a sledgehammer. But we did everybody keeps referring to, because we did a cover of California Dreaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody keeps going, why'd you do California Dreaming? And I heard, I don't remember where it was, but I heard the first 2 lines. And the first 2 lines are, all the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. And I went, wait a second, this isn't a happy pop song. So I went and I looked at the lyrics and I went, you know what this song is about? This song is about fear. It's about someone not being able to follow their dreams because of fear. And if John Phillips was here today, he would walk in and we might be able to conjure him up. And I believe he would agree with me. That's what he wrote it for. And I'm going to actually ask Lou Adler, who produced the song, if that's not what it was. But the whole album, but I believe in a Hollywood ending. And so I don't want to, there's a whole lot of dark, moody things on it, but I'm a true Hollywood ending kind of guy. And so there's a song called Our Love and Our Souls, which is a duet with Patty Russo. And I'm complaining about, oh, the heat's out and the car's out and the battery's gone and the roof's leaking and this whole thing. And she comes back and she says, listen, don't worry about that, because that's not what matters. What really matters is our love and our souls.
And you did a duet with a rap artist, Little John. And
I did two with. I really immersed myself into rap and hip hop and discovered the art form. Right. Little John and Chuck D.
Here's one with Little John.
Oh yeah, Little John's great.
I keep it up, from back down. I laugh at these clowns. Me and my crew, we keep it drum tight. Live yours, boy. This is my life. I stick my chest out so there's no.
Yeah, it's interesting that you're embracing that.
Well, that was still
really
part of the
suits your
Stand in the
voice.
Storm. And Stand in the Storm starts rock, goes country, goes hip hop, and then kind of back all together. So there's never been a song like it.
You do put a lot of pressure on your voice, and we were saying, Bat Out of Hell 35 years ago, and even then, you're belting it out. You've had a bit of trouble, haven't you, with your throat?
Oh, well, yeah, but I've also done, I can't even tell you how many shows. And I've had a cyst, I've had, not as bad as Adele, but down in Australia last fall, I was doing a warm-up before sound check, and I had blood come out of my mouth. Ooh. And I ran out and I went, I'm going to the emergency room. And there's you get a blood vessel. I had a blood vessel coming up on my left vocal cord, and just this little hole that appeared. It's what Adele had, but hers was.
Did they fix it? Was it an easy fix? Or?
No, I just didn't sing that night, but I went on the next night and went ahead and finished. I had 2 shows left.
You still got all the voice. It's still all there, though.
Oh, it's there. Wow. It's absolutely, positively there. And the difference is like Bat Out of Hell covers almost 4 octaves. And it's the only piece of music other than a Wagner opera that ends in 3 high Cs. So, I mean, when Jim Steinman, who just got into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, way to go, Jimmy. Yeah. Way to go. And my mama told me not to brag, but I'm going to anyway. I just got inducted into the Texas Film Hall of Fame.
Good for you.
Well
which
done.
I think is the biggest honor I could have, actually, much more than any music honor.
We'd love to talk more to you.
Congratulations for that.
Yes, but Helen and Handbaskett is a terrific album, and it's about the truth. And I'm one hell of a salesman.
You certainly are. Helen and
Absolutely
Handbaskett
are.
is out now. It is a great album. You have to play it really, really loud, so just warn the neighbours. That's it from us.
I have to play it really loud because I'm deaf.
Thank you very much.
We're back tomorrow with John Cusack, who's in the film about Edgar Allan Poe, and the Stranglers, who have a revival album.
Stranglers. Join us from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Have a very good day.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
John
Bye-bye.
Do you love the